DMH Way Skill of the Month Stories. Heat and Tides with Justin Halterman.
For me in my career, the heat conversations, even though it might not have had the name at the time, those have always been catalysts for change. Either the ones that I've had with other people or they've had with me, where another leader took me aside and said, "Hey, this is what's up." Mm-hmm. And we had a real intentional conversation. And I was wondering, do you have any specific memory of a conversation like that was a catalyst for change in you or your career?
Well, I do have a story that I share kind of when it comes to heat and talk and expectations. So in my previous role, someone I supervised, and this was around probably the start of the time when we were starting up DMH Way, I tried to kind of have a heat talk. We talked about expectations or something, but this person kind of like turned it on me and was like, asked me, so when something's wrong, they're like, "Justin, how do you want me to come to you?" When things are, and I was like, well, okay, I wasn't expecting a question like that. And, and I still kind of feel bad about it because I felt as their supervisor, I should be better. But I was like, well, when things are, if you come to me when things are, not right or something, and this person was an analytical and I'm expressive, I'm like, if you're like the house is on fire, I'll be honest, as an expressive, I mimic that. I kind of get, worked up too, and we might not have the best conversation. So, we had to talk about that, kind of what we expected, and so it was like a month later, the same person that I supervised comes to me and they're like, "You know what? I really enjoyed that talk we had. Now when something's wrong, I just kind of try to take a moment and collect things and collect my thoughts before I come here. And I feel like it's helped." And I was just kind of taken back, like, because I thought as that person's supervisor, I should be the better I should be better for them. And, but no, it was a good talk. And I think it helped, helped our relationship, our work relationship. Yeah. And so that's when I like to share, when I talk about the heat and tides out there at Northwest Community Services. So. Yeah, but I'll never forget that talk, and I think it's a good example of like how we had a heat conversation and our expectations, and just kind of
That's cool.
That's good. Cool, man. A good example of how a little bit of communication can help us prevent a lot of frustration down the road.
Sure, yeah.
And you mentioned self-awareness. A lot of times when it comes up, somebody asks what they expect of others, and most people can't say what they actually expect of someone else. And that does require self-awareness. What do I actually want before I can tell somebody else?
Yeah, just having that conversation. We all have assumptions, think things are a certain way and stuff. And, a lot of times we're probably wrong. So just having that talk, absolutely, like you just said, can solve a lot of problems before they even happen. So good tool. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Any questions?
No, that was great, Justin. I appreciate you sharing that with us. And I love how you were receptive to that feedback. Because sometimes when people are telling us, "Hey, this approach might be more helpful for me," we can be like, whatever, you're crazy.
Sure, yeah. No, we got to be open to it. None of us are perfect, and we, just try to get better every day. So, knowledge is power. So that's like I gravitated toward these tools. And again, I'm no expert on them. I mean, I'm still trying to do things. I'm trying to be better at 3x3s and all tools, but still, a little bit at a time and just keep moving forward. So
yeah, absolutely. Cool. All right. So if you're just checking out Justin's Skill of the Month story, feel free to check out his entire Chat GCG episode to see him talk about heat and tides in terms of his career. Contact us. For more information about the DMH Way, please contact us via email at dmhway@dmh.mo.gov or visit our website https://dmh.mo.gov/about/better-government/DMH-way. Thank you.